Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Ethereum moved to its next target area or next target level, and we're going to take a look at that in a minute. Basically, it means target reached for now, and we can see some retracement since then. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. Everybody who doesn't know where we're coming from here on this channel, I'm using the Elliott Wave method to count waves to determine where prices could be heading in a retracement, in a correction, in the next move up. And at the moment it's working out quite well. We have moved up here throughout 2021 to form a new wave 1. So basically an impulse, made a new all-time high, came into the yellow target area back here that I gave you back then. On our way up, found a reaction to that target area and started our ABC correction, in which we currently are. And in this correction we are, I think, in a wave 4, very similar to Bitcoin. In this wave 4 here, as you can see in blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The wave 4 is now already absolutely in the making here. Is it complete yet? Not necessarily. I think it could move higher, Ethereum, but it's moved its first, it's moved to its next target area, the most ideal retracement for a wave 4. And we talked about that, and throughout Ethereum moving up here towards the target area, we talked about the minimum that this price needs to do, or that the Ethereum chart needs to achieve, is around 2,670, I think. That was here the resistance level of that box, but with an ideal level here in the middle of it. And I'm going to show you exactly which level that was, bearing in mind that the blue area here is basically the main area in which I expect still primarily the higher level correction to be finished. So I do expect another leg down. It doesn't mean it needs to happen, yeah, but I do expect it based on what the indicators are saying, how the price is behaving and so on. So I do expect another wave down, but as I said before, it has reached the target area here in blue, and this is the area of the whole wave down, yeah, the larger correction. And as soon as a certain crypto has reached the target area, we could assume that the correction can at any point be finished. Yeah, so the message here is, from that target area that I defined up here when we were around $4,500, we've reached it. Impossible prices back then. Originally I had two alternatives on the chart. One was a bit more bullish, but I did show you that one. Didn't really believe we would get there back then, but it's always the case of changing perspective. We did in the end get there, and this area here is sitting between $1,700 and $2,450, roughly, pretty much, right? And this is basically between the beginning of that uptrending wave there for 2021 and the 0.786 fib level, yeah? So in the next wave down, we could reach possibly here the 0.887 fib level at 2060, or here the $1,700 level. If we lose that, then we have to expect much lower prices, but I don't think at the current stage we are going to see that. So as we're talking, we already see that retracement I talked about, now struggling again with $3,000, holding it for now, but fighting with it. So where are we heading? Why do I say target reached? Well, we talked about it. You can see it already. Let me just see if that is accurate enough. Not quite, a little bit down here. Yeah, okay. So this is the target area, of course. Yeah, we talked about that for wave 4. And basically what it means is, when any of these fib levels in the target areas is reached, the price could now turn around and go into the last wave down of the correction. Don't think it's ready yet. And that's also based on Bitcoin, that hasn't reached the ideal level of that correction yet that we're currently doing here in a wave 4, and because Bitcoin needs to move a little bit higher to achieve it. Ethereum now has achieved it, and that's not a big surprise, because Ethereum in this whole wave 4 was a bit more bullish. It was a bit more, you know, a little bit stronger, and that is also no surprise, because altcoins normally move a little bit more, you know, more volatile, in a more volatile way than Bitcoin. So it has already reached here, it did already reach the target area on the 26th of January. We talked about that on this channel. It did then go into it further. As I always said, that would be my primary view, that we're going to see further moves into the target area. And now Ethereum has seen here the 0.382 fib level at around $3,050. You can see that. I would consider that reached, you know, within the scope of the volatility of the market, maybe $10 off or whatever. I think that is close enough. Certainly reaction to that target level at around 3050, and here I do expect this is the most ideal. This is the ideal target level for a wave 4 correction. Okay, so you would in any wave 4 correction expect the price actually to get there. It doesn't need to. There's a minimum level down here at 2660, but ideally this, and this is the most likely one. So basically we can now say Ethereum in its wave 4 has reached the ideal target level. It can go higher. I do actually now, looking at what Bitcoin is still supposed to be doing, I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum goes to the next one as well, the 0.5 at $3,300. Only if it really moves beyond that, then we have to consider alternative scenarios. Until then, I do remain here on the bearish side, but that's not a problem because as channel members will know, my buy orders triggered already down here. So I'm prepared for both scenarios. If we come down once more, I'm going to hold here onto my orders that I bought here at very, very nice and low prices. If it goes higher from here, I'm ready, you know, and that's why I am not intending to take profits now. Anybody who wants to take profits can of course do so. To buy back lower, that's always an idea people have, and that can work. Some people get tricked out. For example, if selling now and then the price does it jump to 3,500 and they buy back higher and then it goes down, yeah, that you know, tricks you out. It tricks you out. So I'm more interested in the really larger waves to trade them when we're back in a defined uptrend, then to take profits. I think that is more what I think is more useful. But yeah, of course, anybody who wants to take profits can do that. Of course, I can't tell you when to take profits or not. That's entirely up to you. But what I wouldn't do if I took profits now, I wouldn't sell everything. I would only sell a chunk, because there is the likelihood that we just go up higher from here. The likelihood above 3,300 I think is fairly low, but it is certainly there. So it's important to be prepared for that. But as I said, primarily, even though we broke the descending trend line, because this is, I would say we come down once more, because all of this is currently still within the realm of possibilities of a wave 4, and it's actually what we expected to move to this $3,050 level, and it's doing it, you know, it's doing it. And from here at some point then, when Bitcoin has another weak day, I think we can expect some sort of a stronger correction down again to come to these lower levels again. Yeah, in the end, I think we need to see that last sell off. But what I need to say, what I said before, it has done what it needs to do in this larger, higher level correction. It's just that currently what the chart is doing here, it doesn't look very impulsive yet, you know, especially with these long corrections here. It actually pretty much looks like a wave 4, which would indicate there will be another wave 5 down, because people get too bullish already. Yeah, people get very bullish now as these downtrending trend lines were broken. And bear in mind, the crypto market always surprises us. And now you broke a descending trend line, people get very bullish, but that might be the last shakeout here before we really finish the correction. Yeah, that's currently my view on Ethereum. Target area reached. Next area of resistance will be around 3,300, maybe a little bit higher. And the area of support, if we can't push through 3,050, will be at 2,655. Here, the 0.214 FIB level. And if we break that, then we can find support here at around $2,400. That's my view here on Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. And if you want to join the channel membership, I'd of course appreciate that. Would love to have you as a member on board. Then you can do that here on YouTube or on my website. And for both, you can find a link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.